Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope you all are well and healthy. In today's topic, we're going to be talking about how the Prophet spread da'wah in secret at Darul Arqam. After Allah revealed the verses from Surah Al-Mudathir, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam began to call people to Allah in secret. Although his people were rough and had no religion except the worship of idols. No proof for that except the fact that they found their fathers doing that. They had no manners except pride and haughtiness, and they had no way to solve problems except by sword. Despite all that, they were in a position of religious leadership in the Arabian Peninsula. They resided in the main religious center of the land and were custodians of the city and the religion. Because of all of these factors, wisdom dedicated that the call to Islam should begin in secret. Lest the messenger shocked the people of Mecca with something that would make them very angry. It was natural for the messenger of Allah وسلم, to present Islam to the closest people to him, namely his family and his friends. He called them to Islam first, and among these people were those who never had any doubt about his prophethood, and they responded to him. They are known in Islamic history as the first Muslims. Among them were his wife, Khadija radiallahu anha, the mother of the believers. The second one is his dear friend, Abu Bakr Siddiq, his freed slave, Zayd ibn Haritha, and his cousin, Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu. After the Prophet made da'wah to his families and friends, it was said that 130 men and women accepted Islam in secret. It is not known that all of them became Muslim before Islam was preached openly, or if some of them delayed becoming Muslim until Islam was preached openly. Now we come to the prescription of the prayer. One of the first rulings to be revealed was the command to pray. This is an act of worship that was enjoined upon the believers, and it is not known that they had any other act of worship or commands and prohibitions except those that had to do with prayer. Rather, at that time, the revelation was explaining to them various aspects of Tawheed and encouraging them to purify their souls and urging them to adopt noble characteristics and so on. The call continued to be limited to a few individuals for a while, and the Prophet ﷺ did not preach openly, but Quraysh still became aware of the matter. The people of Mecca began to hear about Islam and to talk about it. Now we come to when the Prophet started calling people openly. The Prophet's open da'wah began with the revelation from the verse, and warn, O Muhammad, your closest kindred. Ash-Shu'ara, Surah 26, verse 214. This verse appears in the context of the story of Musa alayhi salam at the beginning of his prophethood until he migrated with the children of Israel, and the story of how they were saved from Pharaoh and his people. It is as if these details are mentioned in this context with the command to the Messenger وسلم, to openly call people to Allah, so that he and his companions would have before them an example in the story of Musa alayhi salam, of what they were going to face of rejection and persecution. So this over here is reminding and warning the Prophet and his companions of what they would face or may face when they start calling people to Islam openly, because Prophet Musa alayhi salam dealt with it at the time of Fir'aun. Okay, we'll stop here. Until next time, inshallah. I leave you all in the care of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.